Okay, so have I ever made a mistake at work and how did I handle it? So this past summer I was working for a state representative and I handled constituent outreach, emails, phone calls, letters, whatever needed to happen. Usually when a constituent or somebody called and they asked to speak directly to the representative, I would say, "You can't speak right now. Is there any way I could take a message?" But this one day I did get a call and I could tell it wasn't a normal constituent, as somebody that knew the representative on a personal level. So I said, "Okay, 1 second." I put him on hold, and I went to the representative, explained what happened. He's like, "Okay, transfer him over." And as I was transferring the phone call over to the representative's phone, I ended up hanging up on this person who called. So I real quick, took a deep breath. I explained to the representative what happened. I went back, found the number that he called with, called him back, made sure to apologize and say sorry. Didn't mean to do this. I can get you the representative right now, and then transferred it over as soon as I could. And it worked itself out. The representative got done what he got done. There were no issues after that. Okay, did I ever not meet my goals? So the same job I had, the same internship I had this past summer with my representative. He's on a committee for technology and for technology and planning for the future, making proper legislation, for new tech that's being developed, like autonomous vehicles and things like that. Autonomous vehicles, especially right now, are a kind of a hot thing, and Michigan is going to be implementing it in Detroit with the big car companies starting to get into it. One thing he wanted me to do was look at other legislation in other states that's been created on autonomous driving and how we should go about making it ourselves, and if we could just take bits and pieces and put it together. He also wanted me to incorporate blockchain into it, trying to figure out how we can use a blockchain to pay for gas when somebody's not in the car, or pay for a tire change when somebody's not there to do it for you. And blockchain's a secure way of doing it while not having your credit card info readily available to be hacked. A blockchain enables you to make it so you can create nodes so that hackers can't get your information quickly. So I thought this should be easy. I know for a fact there have been other pieces of legislation made in other states that I can pull from, but I had to find one that mostly combined two things with blockchain, or two separate pieces of legislation that I could mend together. I quickly found out that this was not going to happen, making a one comprehensive piece with blockchain and autonomous driving. Michigan is a state that doesn't have any baseline blockchain legislation, so I took a step back, took a deep breath, and said, "Okay, let's just focus on making a blockchain legislation first, so we have a base before we get into combining it with autonomous driving." So I did a bunch of research on that and was able to give him a detailed list of what it would need to include, and I handed it to him. Hopefully, this coming session this year, they'll be able to get it on the floor and maybe pass it, and then go from there when it comes to autonomous driving. Okay. So now in terms of an example of a goal that I reached and how I achieved it. So this was another internship, a separate internship for a senator this past summer. I was working in his office, and we, at the beginning of the summer, we were dealing with emails, phone calls, checking for news clips to make sure we could update the senator on what was happening in Michigan during the day or during the week, and just keep him up to date. But one big thing was the constituent outreach emails had been overflowing since last year, and we're talking 100,000 plus emails, something ridiculous. And there was, I want to say, 3 other interns in the office. And we kind of said to ourselves at the beginning of the summer, all right, we got to buckle down and just get through all of it, right? So we didn't work every single day. We each worked separate days. So we divvied up, like, okay, I'm going to do June of 2017 to, November of 2017, or whatever months you'd want to pick. And so we just slowly together, all of us, picked our months, picked our days, got through it one by one, and I don't think we got it down to zero, but we got it down to, I think, around 2,000, and it was a huge accomplishment. Just the fact that we kept getting more emails as the days went on, and we were able to take care of the old ones. I will say I think some DC interns helped us as well, but still, I'd like to think the Michigan interns were the ones who took care of it the most. So.